Well, hello there and welcome to Travels with Geordie. If this is your first visit, my name is Peter Knowles and I live on the classic wooden motor cruiser here in Victoria, British Columbia, along with the loving memory of my pup Geordie, all the while fixing it up for some pretty ambitious cruising. If that's the sort of thing that you might find interesting, please consider sticking around and subscribing. I'd love to have you. Well, this week is actually a bit of an expedition. Our time here at the Inner Harbor is drawing to a close. Next week, all these boats have to leave the Inner Harbor in Victoria, and it opens up for the summer tourist season. So Pome is a bit complicated because Pome, as some of you know, is going to go into a shed. However, the shed isn't available till the 1st of June and we have to be out of here on the 25th of May. So tomorrow morning, crack of dawn, I am taking Pome up to Maple Bay and rafting up with my good friend Scott, the shipwright. Some of you will know for the week or so it takes for the availability to get into the shed. But before that, we have to load Pome up with a tremendous amount of mahogany, some of which is already aboard, the rest of which is actually on my truck way over in the parking lot, which I picked up today. Moving wood around and coordinating this stuff tends to be a bit of a project for this lifestyle, not that I mind. Anyway, let's get on with that. But first, as always, I'd like to send a big shout out and thanks to my Patreons and PayPal supporters, because as you all know, it's you that keep the show going. All right, we have work to do. All right then, in an effort to make it a little easier to get the wood aboard and all the tools and gear and materials aboard that I want to put on Pome, I'm actually going to move Pome over to this slip right here just overnight. It is just about dusk and I'm pretty sure I'll get away with moving it over here for the evening. It seems we have a starter motor problem. Although I'm terribly annoyed, I'm awfully grateful it happened here rather than at sea somewhere. Alright, well, despite Pome not starting, we still have to unload the wood, so I'm going to move the truck right into the marina. This is a rare and unusual privilege. Where we actually drive right on the lower causeway. Okay then, I don't know how soon I'm gonna see my truck. No one has ever taken my spot before. Let's go. Okay, so this snafu with the starter on Pome is not insignificant. Tomorrow was basically the one window of opportunity to move Pome before I have to move all 3 boats out of the marina at the start of next week. Oh, by the way, it's Thursday. All right then, let's see. Okay, here we go. Haha! Okay, to be fair, I figured it out last night. What was wrong?
Everything I'm saying here is absolute rubbish. I thought I'd figured out what it was, but the fact is the start battery is just pooched and it loses its charge in about 3 hours doing absolutely nothing.
We're fine, thank goodness. All right, and she's warmed up. Time to go. And we're off, about 7 hours up to Maple Bay. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I haven't been boating in a long time. Welcome to the Travels with Geordie Beer of the Weekend. Well, you all recognize Scott, my very good friend, and his beautiful 1916 sailing vessel, Altair.
Also known as Grandma.
Grandma to some, exactly
Yes.
know what that were.
Yes.
Which is an Alden built in
East Boothbay, Maine.
Yeah, exactly. Some time ago.
Some very, very
Anyway,
long.
way too much talking, not enough drinking. Let's jump straight to the beer, and
Let's
then
go
we
to
can
the beer.
pick up
That was
on.
the whole point.
So this was a gift from a very fine fellow who came to see me. I have to look him up because names escape me. Kevin O'Neill, fine gentleman, brought this by, and this is from Souk.
It's not a beer.
It's not a beer. That's what you just said. It's a
Barley wine.
barley wine, and it's also quite a few percentages.
Yes. So
Okay.
There's a lot of alcohols in it.
You have experience with this. Do what it takes to make that. Look at that. Look at him go. Excellent.
You know, we could keep the cap clean.
You could keep it
then
pretty, but
we
I'll
only
let
have
you run
this,
with
so.
what you got. What a great voyage up here today. Super smooth, super nice weather. It was an absolutely fantastic day. And to be able to be reunited with my very good friend Scott here in Maple Bay, where Palm will spend the next week until I can get her into the shed. All right, pour away. What you're pouring with a little sort of apprehension. Exactly. Well, we've apprehension. What a word of the week. We could use that sometime.
I don't think that's our word.
No, maybe not this week.
So it's really actually appropriate, apropos that we're drinking barley wine out of some pretty shitty plastic
Glasses.
Some pretty
It's okay.
Poorly built.
It's an adult show.
Pretty poorly built.
Cheers, Scott. So
Plastic
good to see you
glasses.
again.
Good to see you too, Peter.
Let's see.
It kind of gets right back in your jaw.
It's like a cask beer. Okay, you're calling it barley wine, but it's very casky.
Like
casky.
It's woody.
It's woody.
It's sweet.
Oh my gosh, it's really yummy.
It's really yummy. Like you could just...
You could really go through a few of these.
It's actually not the most appropriate beer for where we are right now.
Why's that?
Because it's warm.
Oh, I see. It's nice. This would be like a winter beer, wouldn't it?
It's sunny.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all had a really hard spring, so this is sort of like reminiscing about.
That's
I
true.
miss winter. I
That's
need
right.
a good barley wine.
Right,
No,
exactly.
right now I want like Pilsner, cold.
Now, this is what we have, and we're enjoying it.
I'm having. It's almost like a sipping rum.
It's very good. I really like it. Let me jump ahead with the stuff I have to do, and then I have a few questions for you.
I'm just gonna drink.
You just keep drinking. Last week's winner of a Travels with Geordie t-shirt is Drenov. I'm going to spell it. Drenov. Drenov? Drenov.
It's probably Serbian or something.
That's
okay.
Whoever it is. Anyway, you've won the Travels with Geordie t-shirt.
Yay,
get a hold of
Drenov.
me, and we'll make sure you get your shirt. Cheers.
Cheers. What, you get a cheers?
Sorry, we cheers each. I was cheersing him. Okay.
Oh, God.
All right. I would love to thank a couple of patrons that came along in the last week or so. Simply David, thank you very much, David, Carl, Albert, and Justin Snap. Thanks to you all for coming aboard, and cheers.
Oh,
cheers.
Snap.
Cheers, Mr. Snap. Okay, that's it for my paperwork. It's so nice to be reunited with you here, having the boats reunited back in Maple Bay.
I'm really happy because it's been a long winter.
It has been a long winter and a long spring. I mean, it's just been a long
I feel
time.
like I don't want to say it, but I don't think we've really had a spring.
No.
It's just been cold and wet.
Is it yet to come?
It came.
Or are we going to jump straight into summer?
I think we had a. There was blowing 35, 40 knots out there yesterday, southwest.
Pretty messy.
And it went snap. It was like a big switch went over.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be warm. It's going to be getting warmer.
Yep.
Fingers crossed that we don't get it too warm.
Right. Exactly.
But we're sitting here. This was where we left it off.
It is. This is pretty much where we left it off.
Lloyd, God bless him.
Yeah.
Brought Poem up.
Yeah.
You had Travels with Geordie on the other side.
Yeah.
And we sat here in the sun and swam and drank.
Yep.
And talked about boats.
Yep. Which is what you do. Speaking of boats, what's planned up for Altair this year?
I'm going to keep it floating. That's about it.
Isn't that what all wooden boat people should just say?
Yes.
First question.
I'm going to try my best to weather pending, get some coatings and things done. And then I want to sail the shit out of it.
Right. Just get some miles under the keel and go use it. Exactly.
8 years into this, and I think every time I go sailing, it probably costs me like $5,000. So
right, that's true.
Yes.
That's true. Excellent.
And I'd love to take August off and actually go to Desolation.
Well, I'll be up there.
Take the boat, go.
Yep.
Galley Bay.
Yep.
Preto Haven.
Perfect.
Get up some inlets.
That's where I'll be. So let's make sure we cross paths
Huge amount
up there.
on diesel.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's
You
gonna
know
be
what?
quite a year.
You do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do.
You know what?
Yep.
We're lucky enough to be able to do this to this point.
Very privileged. Very privileged.
Very privileged.
Well, thanks for that, and thanks for being here.
So I think that's actually the word of the week, Peter.
What is the word of the week?
Reunion.
Reunion.
Yes.
Awesome to jump right into it.
Yes.
The Travels with Geordie word of the week this week is reunion. And do you want to tell them what to do with it?
I know, God. I mean, I just feel like if you want to do anything with it, like, it's just like how
You're actually taking this much deeper than I mean, Scott.
Because that's what I do.
I know. All they have to do is use the word in a sentence down in the comments below, and they might win a Travels with Geordie t-shirt.
Yeah, no, do that.
Okay, that's what I'll
Sweet.
do.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Barley wine.
Love you, man. So glad to be back here.
Awesome. So that's that. That's how that goes.
That's how that goes.
Good.